Hello dear aspirants and welcome to EduTab. So guys, SEBI Grade A Phase 1 exam is just around the corner. It's actually on 10th of January, so you don't have a lot of time left. And what we have done for you here is we have compiled the previous year questions for you for SEBI Grade A English language in this video. So इस वीडियो में हम 2024 के और 2022 में जो SEBI Grade A Phase 1 इंग्लिश में जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए थे वो इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, उनका डिटेल्ड आपको सॉल्यूशन बताने वाले हैं. See, the purpose of this video is to help you out at this point of time, so that you don't have to wait for anyone, or you don't have to run from pillar to post to look for previous year questions. You can find all the questions available to you in this video itself. So this is a complete solution video for previous year questions of 2024 and 2022 for SEBI Grade A exam. But before we go any further, guys, I would like to inform you about our special courses for SEBI Grade A preparation for this year. Now, what you need to do is you just need to visit Google, your browser, and type edutap.in. सो आपने गूगल पे बस क्या टाइप करना है, edutap.in टाइप करना है, और जैसे आप एंटर प्रेस करेंगे यू विल लैंड ऑन अ होम पेज. थोड़ा सा नीचे आएंगे तो ये देखेंगे आपको हमारे सारे कोर्सेज. इसमें सेबी ग्रेड ए कोर्सेज पे क्लिक कीजिए एंड यू विल सी अ special section for SEBI courses. Now guys, we have a special 4000 plus MCQ available to you, and this is very helpful for your practice and for your simulation of your exam. So it has chapter wise mock test and full length mock test for your preparation. Now you have your phase 2 test series, and there is a phase 1 plus phase 2 test series as well. Now in this test series you will get all your chapter wise mock test for both phase 1 and phase 2, solved PYQs, current affairs mock test, and full length mock test. And guys, we are offering flat 77% in discount on these courses, and the coupon code is new year 77. So you can use this coupon code and avail 77% discount. And you can also look into our phase 1 plus phase 2 live crash course, silver course, or gold course if you're looking to prepare in a holistic manner. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video and let's start solving previous year questions for SEBI Grade A Phase 1 exam. All the very best from the earlier years for your exam. So guys, this is going to be a previous year solution video for English language for the year 2024 for SEBI Grade A Phase 1 exam. In the comment section of the video as well. So you can download it from that link and you can make use of it. So go download this book and get benefited from it, guys. Alright, so this was the paper that was given in the exam last year, and let's try to solve it together. And first, we have to read the questions for reading comprehension, and then we are going to solve it. So first question is, what is the primary consequence of industrialization according to the passage? So primary consequence of industrialization. Second, how has urban expansion impacted the environment? So how has urban expansion impacted the environment? Okay, which of the following is not mentioned as a challenge? So we'll get to this after reading the passage. Then what effect does climate change have over on weather patterns? So that is another question. What impact does climate change have on weather patterns? Then synonym of the word transformed, antonym of the word degradation. And last question is, what does the passage suggest is a major challenge in balancing human progress with environmental conservation? So we have to find what is a major challenge in balancing human progress with environmental conservation. Now let's read the passage and solve it together, guys. The presence of humans on earth has significantly transformed means changed, the natural environment in numerous and complex ways. From the rapid development of sprawling urban areas to extensive deforestation, human activities have exerted profound and often detrimental impacts on various ecosystems. So that is answer number 1. For first question, the advent of industrialization marked by the extensive use of machinery and energy resources has led to the widespread alteration of landscapes and notable loss of natural habitats. I think that's the answer. For countless species. This transformation is evident in the loss of forest, wetlands, and grasslands, which were once teeming with diverse flora and fauna. Urban expansion has further exacerbated environmental degradation. That means it has made it worse. Urban expansion has exacerbated environmental degradation. As cities grow, they encroach upon previously undisturbed areas, fragmenting natural habitats and reducing the available space for wildlife. This encroachment not only contributes to habitat loss but also increases pollution levels. As the demand for resources and waste production rise, as the demand for resources and waste production rise. Air pollution and resulting from industrial emissions and vehicular exhaust has severely impacted air quality, leading to health problems for both humans and animals. Similarly, water pollution from industrial runoff, agricultural practices, and improper waste disposal has compromised the quality of water resources, affecting aquatic life and human health. Climate change, driven primarily by emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and compounds these environmental challenges. The accumulation of these gases in the atmosphere leads to global warming, which disrupts established weather patterns. So this is what climate change does to weather patterns. They disrupt weather patterns and increases the frequency of severity of extreme weather events. Hurricanes, floods, droughts, and heat waves are becoming more common and intense, posing significant risks to ecosystems, agriculture, and human settlement. Next, despite technological advancements and a growing awareness of environmental issues, the challenge of reconciling human progress with the need for environmental conservation remains urgent and complex. Efforts to mitigate environmental impacts include promoting sustainable practices, investing in renewable energy sources, and enhancing conservation efforts. However, achieving a balance between development and environmental protection requires ongoing commitment, innovative solutions, and a collaborative approach across various sectors of the society. Now let's solve the questions, guys. What is the primary consequence of industrialization according to the passage? Increased biodiversity? No. Improved air quality? No. Habitat loss for many species? Yes. Decreased greenhouse gas emissions? No. Enhanced water sources? No. Correct answer is option C. Habitat loss for many species. Next, how has urban expansion impacted the environment? It has reduced pollution levels? No. It has led to increased biodiversity? No. It has contributed to habitat loss and increased pollution? Yes. It has improved water quality? No. It has stabilized weather patterns? No. Option C is the correct answer. It has contributed to habitat loss and increased pollution. Now, which of the following is not mentioned as a challenge in the passage? Climate change is mentioned. Air pollution is mentioned. Decreased technological advancements? No. Water pollution is mentioned. Extreme weather events is mentioned. So option C again is the correct answer. Decreased technological advancements. Next question, what effect does climate change have on weather patterns? It stabilizes weather patterns? No. It reduces the frequency of extreme weather? Reduces? No. It alters weather patterns and increases the frequency of extreme weather events? Yes. It makes weather patterns more predictable? No. It leads to decrease in global temperatures? No. Option C is correct. It alters weather patterns and increases the frequency of extreme weather events. Now, what is the meaning of the word transformed? Preserved? No. Altered? Changed? Yes. Repaired? No. Um, Neglected, maintained? No. I think only altered and neglected are the possible choices. I think altered is the right answer. Transform means to alter everything, to change everything. So that's the right synonym. And antonym of the word degradation. Degradation, the opposite would be upgrade, to better something. So decline, destruction, no. Improvement, yes. Deterioration, no. Breakdown, no. Improvement is the right answer. Antonym, opposite of degradation is improvement. And what does the passage suggest is a major challenge in balancing human progress with environmental conservation? Increased technological innovation is a challenge? No. Enhanced species diversity? No. Climate change and its impacts? No. Improved air quality? No. Greater energy consumption? Yes, that's your correct answer. So greater energy consumption is the right choice. That is the challenge between human progress with environmental conservation. For more consumption, we can't balance them. So option E is correct. Chale, next set of questions. Each question below has one blank, so which is indicating something has been omitted. So you have to find the right word to fill in the, so single filler basically. All right, question number 8. Homemade gifts can be completely dashed to the what the recipient likes. Can be completely altered? No. Grammatically incorrect. Can be completely formed? Okay. Tailored? Yes. Polite? No. Liability? Can be completely liability? No. They can be formed or tailored. Tailored is the right word. That means they can be customized for what the recipient likes. So they can be made the way the recipient likes them. So that's what homemade gifts are. So they can be tailored. So option C is correct. Next, after much thought, Ted dashed not to travel abroad this summer. Ted resolved not to travel? Yes. Concludes? No. Resolves? No. Comments? No. Passed not to travel or resolved? I think resolved is determined. So after much thought, Ted resolved, that means determined not to travel abroad. So option A is correct. Next, question number 10. Brian is dash in his belief that the earth is flat. Brian is tentative in his belief. Hasten is a verb, can't be used here. Unlikely, can't be used here. provided verb can't be used here. Confident or tentative? I think confident is the right word. Brian is confident in his belief that the earth is flat. He believes that. Alright, next question. The noodle maker was dash in making his noodles and would never let another person take over the task. So the noodle maker was careless, negligent, cautious, exciting. Exciting can't be used. And inattentive? No. I think when he would not let any other person take, that means he was very cautious with the task. So I think cautious is the right choice. Noodle maker was cautious in his task of making noodles and would never let another person take over. So yes, option C is correct here. Next, if it weren't for the dash circumstances, he would have certainly lost his job. If it weren't for the sharp circumstances, intensify is a verb, can't be. Mitigating, increase can't be used, it's a verb. Aggravate, no, can't be used. So if it weren't for the sharp or mitigating, mitigating means soothing, I mean not too destructive, so that's mitigating circumstances, he would have lost his job. So option C is correct. Next, guys, next set of questions. What is given? In each of the questions given below, 4 words are given in bold. These 4 words may or may not be in their correct position. The sentence is then followed by options with correct combination of words that should replace each other, right? So word reshuffle. Okay. So some American officials lead to hope that resumed sanctions on Iran will appear to popular uprising. So some American officials lead to hope or appear to hope. It should be appear to hope that resumed sanctions on Iran will lead to a popular uprising. So only A with C. A with C. Option B is your correct answer. Next, guys, we have to use the words in the right context. Tariffs has imported higher China on 603 items imposed from the US. No, I think China has imported, no, imposed. So China has imposed higher tariffs on 603 items imported from the US. So yes, so it should be A with C and B with D. A with C, option D is your correct answer. So it should be China has imposed higher tariffs on 603 items imported from the US. So A with C and B with D. Next question, guys. NATO ally world leads the Turkey in the journalists of number jailed. No. NATO ally Turkey should be correct. So NATO ally Turkey leads the world in the number of journalists jailed. So A with B and C with D. A with B, C with D. Option A is your correct answer. So it should be NATO ally Turkey leads the world in the number of journalists jailed. So option A is correct. Next, in 2016, rising violence in Pathankot by Islamic militants culminated in attacks on Indian forces at Uri and Kashmir. Rising Kashmir violence, culminated violence. No, I think rising violence is correct. But in 2016, rising violence in Pathankot or Kashmir. So I think it should be rising violence in Kashmir by Islamic militants culminated, this is correct, culminated in attacks on Indian forces at Uri and Pathankot. So that should be changed. So in 2016, rising violence in Kashmir by Islamic militants culminated in attacks on Indian forces at Uri and Pathankot. So B with D. Only B with D is required. So option C is your correct answer. Alright, guys, let's move to the next set of question. We have read each sentence to find out whether there is any grammatical or idiomatic error. Error detection. So you have to find if there is any error in the sentence. So let's read the sentence. She held something at her side which was totally hiding by the folds of her sari. Which was totally hiding by or which was totally hidden by? Hidden behind, hidden behind or hidden, hiding is incorrect. So it should be which was hidden by the folds of her sari. So she held something at her side which was totally hidden by the folds of her sari. So option C is your correct answer. So which was totally hidden by the folds of her sari. Next question, guys. The father forbade his son to walk in the sun and play with his friends on the road. So the father forbade his son. अगर यहाँ पे not होता, his father forbade his son not to walk, तो वो गलत होता, but forbade है तो this is correct. The father forbade his son to walk in the sun and play with friends on the road. So I think this is correct. Absolutely no error. Option E is your correct answer, guys. Question number 19. The movement which aims to raise awareness about climate change and hopes to bring people together. The movement which aims to raise is correct. Raise awareness about climate change and hopes to hopes to bring people together to think about what they can do for reduce harmful pollution. Okay, what they can do for reduce, nahi, it should be to reduce harmful pollution, or either for reducing harmful, or I think it should be to reduce harmful pollution. That is what it should be. So the movement, which aims to raise awareness about climate change, hopes to bring people together to think about what they can do to reduce harmful pollution. So option D is your correct answer. And last question, guys. I declined the invitation not because I did not want to go, but because I have no time. Okay. See, guys, the error is in D part. The sentence is in past tense. Look, I declined the invitation not because I did not. This is also past tense. So the rest of the sentence should also be in past. So I declined the invitation not because I did not want to go, but because I have no time, or I had no time. So it should be, but because I had no time. So option D was incorrect here again. So guys, these were the questions asked for English language in your SEBI Grade A Phase 1 exam in the exam. So in this video, we are going to cover the previous year questions for the year 2022. So guys, this paper was conducted in 2022, and this is a memory based paper for your SEBI Grade A for. Alright guys, chaliye. So let's start with this, guys. Just give me a second, guys. I'll just prepare it for you. So let's look at the questions. First of all, guys, first we have reading comprehension based questions. So you were given a passage where certain words are given in bold, and then you have your questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there were 10 questions based on your comprehension part. Then there are questions based on error detection, wherein you are given sentences to locate to locate any error if there is in the sentence. So what we are going to do, we are going to just give me a second, guys. All right. Right. So there were 5 error detection based questions, and then there were 5 questions based on your rearrangement. So you were given rearrangement based questions, parajumbles basically, and we are going to solve these questions, guys, herein, and we are going to provide you detailed solutions for all the questions. So let's start. So guys, this is the comprehension passage. Let's read it, and then we will get to the questions. So a primitive seabird that prospered about 85 million years ago along the warm shallow inland sea that once split North America boasted what scientists are calling a surprising blend of traits from its dinosaur ancestors and modern avian characteristics. 4 new fossils of Ichthyornis, which had both a beak and teeth and lived a lifestyle like modern gulls, offer striking evidence of this Cretaceous period bird's important position in avian evolutionary history. Researchers said on May 2, while Ichthyornis fossils were first unearthed in 1870s, the new ones from Kansas and Alabama chalk deposits, including a beautifully preserved skull, reveal far more about it than previously known. Birds evolved from small feathered dinosaurs. Unlike the earliest known birds like Archeo, Archaeopteryx, which lived 150 million years ago, Ichthyornis was a strong flyer, its body streamlined, simplified and adapted for the flight like modern birds. Yale University paleontologist Bharat Anjan Buller said, its primitive characteristics were largely in its skull. Despite the modernity of its body and wings, it retained almost a full complement of dinosaurian teeth, and it had a strong bite with large dinosaurian jaw muscles. However, it perceived its world and thought like a bird, with a bird's enormous eyes and expanded modern-looking brain, Buller added. Now, while older primitive birds like Confuciusaurus from 125 million years ago spotted a beak, the small one on Ichthyornis was the first known to have modern attributes like a pincer tip for grasping, pecking and fine manipulation. Its sharp teeth probably would have assisted in holding onto slippery marine prey, while the incipient beak at the tips of its jaw probably would have allocated it to manipulate objects with fine dexterity, such as modern birds can do, and preen its feathers. University of Bath paleontologist Daniel Field said, Ichthyornis was the size of a tern with a 2-foot wingspan and probably ate fish and shellfish. It shared the skies with flying reptiles called Pretorius, Pterosaurus, when dinosaurs dominated the land. Toothed birds vanished along with the dinosaurs and many other species after an asteroid impact 66 million years ago. Fossils like those of Ichthyornis and Cretaceous toothed diving bird Hesperornis were cited by the 19th century naturalist Charles Darwin as strong support for his theory of evolution. Ichthyornis shows the ways in which evolution is both complex and elegant, permissive of individual changes and massive integrated transformations, Buller said. So this was the passage, guys. Now let's look at the questions. To which species does Pterosaurus belong to? Seabird, flying reptiles, dinosaurs, diving bird और feathered dinosaur. Pterosaurus I think हमने अभी अभी पढ़ा था. कहाँ पे था? I think it was नहीं यहाँ पे तो ठीक है. ये रहा. It shared the last paragraph, second line. It shared the skies with flying reptiles called pterosaurs. So they were flying reptiles. So second option number B is your correct answer. Who among the following did not give the theory of evolution? Charles Darwin, Bharat Anjan Buller, या Daniel Field. Which of them did not give the theory of evolution? डार्विन ने तो दिया ही था. भारत अंजन बुलर, डेनियल फील्ड ने क्या कहा है? सो ये भी कह रहा है कि देखो एज मॉडर्न बर्ड्स कैन डू, तो ये भी थ्योरी ऑफ एवोल्यूशन की बात कर ही रहा है. बुलर ने भी बोला है कि दे हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इंटीग्रेटेड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, सो ये भी करेक्ट है. चार्ल्स डार्विन का पैसेज में कोई मेंशन नहीं है गाइस. देखो वैसे रियलिटी में दिया होगा जरूर उसने, बट पैसेज में कोई चार्ल्स डार्विन का मेंशन नहीं था, तो ओनली ऑप्शन 2 and 3 वर करेक्ट. सो ऑल एक्सेप्ट 1. सो ऑप्शन बी इज योर करेक्ट आंसर वंस अगेन. Next question. The above passage is likely to be extracted from a scientific magazine, newspaper, or journal. I think it is taken from a news. It can be taken not from a journal, but it can be a newspaper, and it can be a scientific magazine as well. So yes, all except 3. So option D, option 4 is correct. Now next question number 4. Toothed birds vanish along with the dinosaurs as many other species after an dash ago, after an asteroid impacted 66 million years. 66 million or trillion? नहीं, I think million ही था, but फिर भी confirm कर लेते हैं एक बार. Yes, 66 million years ago ये given है ना, तो 66 million years ago asteroid. Right. So option 1 is your correct answer. Next, when did the Ichthyornis fossils were first unearthed? 85 million years ago, 125 million years ago, on May 2, in 1870s, या 66 million years ago. So first they were initially unearthed in the 1870s, but later on उनके नए fossils भी मिले थे. So option D is your correct answer. Which among the following species had its primitive characteristics largely in its skull? Archaeopteryx, Hesper, ये तो given ही नहीं है, ये भी गिवन नहीं है, ये गिवन है इक्थियोरिस. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्पीशीज हैज इट्स प्रिमिटिव कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स लार्जली इन इट्स स्कल. स्कल की बात कहाँ पे हो रही थी गाइस? आई थिंक यहाँ कहीं पे बात हो रही थी, but largely in its skull. So yes. So उसने बोला unlike the earliest known birds like Archaeopteryx, which lived 150 million years ago, Ichthyornis was a strong flyer. Its body streamlined, simplified, and adapted for the flight like modern birds. Its primitive characteristics was largely in its skull. हाँ, तो right. So I think ये इसकी बात हो रही है. So Ichthyornis is the correct answer here. So option 5, option E is your correct answer. Next, as used in the last paragraph, what do you understand by the word preen? अपने feathers को preen करना, clean करना, pity करना, pure करना, टीयर करना है या फियर करना है? नहीं, क्लीन करना, प्रीन इज क्लीनिंग, सो ऑप्शन 1 इज द करेक्ट आंसर. इक्थियोरनिस हैव अ विंग स्पैन ऑफ 2 फुट 2 इंचेस 2 मीटर्स. आई थिंक 2 फुट का वहां पे मेंशन था, बट फिर भी कंफर्म कर लेते हैं एक बार. बट आई एम श्योर 2 फुट ही मेंशन किया था. हाँ, ये रहा 2 फुट विंग स्पैन. हाँ, so option A is your correct answer. Next, the tone of the author in reference to the above passage is informative, doubtful, controversial, mocking, or criticizing. Guys, it is informative. Next, as used in the first paragraph, avian is used for what reference? Related to artists. Avian birds hota hai, aviary, not aliens, not human species, not insects. The correct answer is option B, relating to birds, avian. So aviary, avian, so these are birds. So option B is correct here. चले गाइस, ये तो थे आपके कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के क्वेश्चन. अब करते हैं अपने एरर डिटेक्शन के और फिर अपने रीअरेंजमेंट के क्वेश्चन. चलिए, तो यू आर गिवन अ सेंटेंस इन विच हैज बीन ब्रोकन इनटू 5 पार्ट्स. यू हैव टू फाइंड विच पार्ट हैज एन एरर इन इट. इफ देयर इज नो एरर, then choose option 5. So let's read the sentence. Climate change in Glasgow scheduled later this year is to come down with a domestic climate plan that explains to the citizens how it will bring green development in this decade, specifying a target by sector for each year. So I think इसमें ये क्या है, come down नहीं come up होना चाहिए. Climate change in Glasgow scheduled later this year is to come down with या is to come up with? So it should be come up with a new plan. So guys, what does come up mean? It means to bring forward a new plan, to basically establish a new plan. So it should not be come down, it should be come up with a new plan. So option B, I feel, is the incorrect part here. So climate change in Glasgow scheduled later this year is to come up with a domestic plan that explains to the citizens how it will bring green development in this decade, specifying a target by sector. Next question, guys. Bringing clean renewable energy to low income countries would enable more women and girls to gain access to education, as without electricity they often lack the means to study after the nightfall. Yes guys, so is there any error in the sentence? Bringing clean renewable energy to low income countries would enable more women and girls to gain access to education. यहाँ तक ठीक है. As without electricity they often lack the means to study after nightfall. The sentence is absolutely correct, guys. There is no error in the sentence. So option 5 was the correct answer. Next question, guys. The discovery of 2 new species of dinosaurs, namely Ceratoscops infridus and Rhyprovenator millenaria, which likely roamed the south of England 125 million years ago, have shed new light on the predators. I think subject verb agreement की गलती है, guys. Subject यहाँ क्या है? Discovery. The discovery of 2 new species of dinosaurs, namely so and so, which likely roam around the South England 125 million years ago, have shed or has shed new light on the predators. So the discovery of 2 new species has shed light on the predators. So option D was your erroneous part here. So option D is your correct answer. It should be has, not have. Next question, guys. The diameter of a single cylindrical DNA component is always the same regardless to whether it forms part or a fruit fly or a beech tree. Okay, so the diameter of a single cylindrical DNA component is always the same regardless of whether it forms part of fruit fly or a bird beech tree. So it should be regardless of, not regardless to. So I think option C is incorrect here. So option 3 is your correct answer, guys. So regardless of. Next question, guys. Their most significant gains have been in the north half of the country, a traditional stronghold of the US allied warlords who helped defeat them in 2001. So their most significant gains have been in the north half of the country, a traditional stronghold of the US allied warlords who helped defeat them in 2001. It should not be north half, northern half होता है. North is a direction. जब आप हेमिस्फीयर की बात करते हैं तो उसको हम नदर्न बोलते हैं. सो देयर मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट गेन्स हैव बीन इन द नदर हाफ ऑफ द कंट्री, नॉट नॉर्थ हाफ. इट शुड बी नदर्न हाफ ऑफ द कंट्री. सो ऑप्शन बी इज इनकरेक्ट हियर. So these were your error detection questions, guys, and let's go to your parajamples based questions, guys. So we are given 5 questions on this and we have to solve them after reading this. So let's read and let's solve it, guys. Over the past year, perceptions of relative US economic power have declined in many of America's key trading partners and allies. Okay, following the onset of the financial crisis nearly a decade ago, Europeans increasingly named China rather than the US as the world's leading economic power. Okay, this year, however, the pattern has reversed itself again, and in countries such as Germany and the UK and Spain, China is once more seen as occupying the top spot. But in recent years, the American economy slowly recovered. The pendulum began to swing back in the direction of the US. Okay, the trend can be seen in several European countries where views about the economic balance of power have fluctuated in the recent years. Okay, so I think yes, guys, American key trading partner lies. Okay. I think it should be first should be following the onset of financial crisis nearly a decade ago. In the recent years, I think a decade ago, I think chronologically अगर देखें तो B should be first following the onset of financial crisis nearly a decade ago. Europeans increasingly named China rather than the US as the world's leading economic power. Then it should be E. The trend can be seen in several European countries where views about economic balance of power have fluctuated in the recent year. Now, then, over the past year, perceptions of relative US economic power have declined in many of the America's key trading partners and allies. Uh, but in the, no, I think it should not be three, this should be. Option D should be third. But in recent years, as the American companies slowly recovered, the pendulum began to swing back in the direction of the US. Have declined in many of the then it should be A over the past year. But this year, however, the pattern has reversed itself again, and in countries such as Germany, the UK, China is once more seen as the occupying spot. बड़ा अजीब सा था यार. So it should be B, then E, then D, then A, B, E, D, A, and then C. B, E, D, A, C. Now you can answer the questions, guys. First statement is B, right? So option B is correct. B, E, D, A, C. Second is B, E. So it should be option 5. B, D, then option 4. Then fourth is A, and last is C. B, E, D, A, C. So once you solve parasamples, then it becomes very easy for you to solve such questions after this. So guys, these were the questions that were given to the aspirants in the year 2022. I hope this has helped you in your preparation and in your journey ahead. And I hope this will give you the right insight into your exam, what you should target for this. So guys, I hope you've understood all the questions that were asked in the previous year exams, and I have also provided you detailed solution for all the questions, so that will help you in your preparation and in your journey ahead. So guys, do share your feedback with us on the given email ID hello@edutab.co.in. And guys, before we wrap up the session, again I would like to inform you about our special courses that are available to you for SEBI Grade A preparation. Now what you need to do is you just need to visit Google, your browser, any browser, and you can just type edutab.in. So as you type edutab.in, you will land on our homepage, and then you scroll down, you will see all the courses available to you. Now the third tab is SEBI Grade A courses. Click on this and you will see we are offering flat 77% discount on all our courses on New Year celebration. As you scroll down, you'll see the courses available to you. This is a special 4000 plus MCQ book which is available to you in PDF form here, and the coupon code is New Year 77. Then you have your phase 2 test series, and you have phase 1 plus phase 2 both test series combined. So in this you'll have all your chapter wise mock tests, solved PYQs, current affairs mock test, and full length mock test to practice for your exam. So this is a phase 1 plus phase 2 test series, and if you're looking for broader courses with videos, you have your live crash course for phase 1 and phase 2, silver course where you have live classes and concept classes, recorded classes for only phase 2 and interview, and this is a gold course for your phase 1 plus phase 2 plus interview. So this is a one-stop solution for everything you need. Your book, your mock test, everything will be provided to you, and the coupon code is New Year 77. So come join us streamline your preparation, and make your journey productive and fruitful for yourself. Now, guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can call us on this number during the office hours, which is 8146207241, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutab.co.in. That's our official email ID. So thank you so much once again, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep on working hard, keep on giving your best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. So all the very best for your exam, and happy learning to all of you. Thank you so much, guys.